LGBTQA+ and disabled people, as well as others. Daniella takes care of her chronic illness full time, but on good days and often bad ones, if my wig would stay out of my face, tries to engage her communities with comics, art, writing and check-ins. She has also worked on nerdy events and campaigns for reproductive rights. She has a deep interest in trauma and the way it can impact communities and individuals. Everyone, please give a big applause for Daniella Bella! Woo!
Hello, Disability Pride!
Yay!
I'm Daniella Bell from Neuro Pride Ireland, and I was one of the organisers for the Scrap the Green Paper campaign.
Yay!
When Neuro Pride Ireland, Disabled Women Ireland and Disability Power first came together to plan a protest opposing the Green Paper on disability reform, none of us imagined that we could really defeat it. When we, along with Access for All and Margaret Kennedy, came up with the term "scrap the green paper," we never knew that it would be spoken in the Oireachtas, let alone by a Taoiseach who was brought to our side on the issue. When Chronic Collective joined us and we organised our second protest on O'Connell Street, we had no idea that disabled rights would capture this much public support. Disabled people are often isolated by government policies, where we have to fear participation in the world in case we lose our hard-won and much-needed supports. But when we are able to come together to see each other, to hold responsibility in disabled persons' organisations, even if we can't get paid or collect money for that, we are able to see how powerful we really are. This power contrasted with the image of disabled people that the media and Irish government push, that they would have you believe we are weak, pitiable and incapable of achieving a basic standard of living, but together we fought for a better future. For the first time in our memories, DPOs, service providers and carers fought side by side for disabled rights. We saw how much we have to gain from working together through differences and by meeting each other's needs as best we can. Scrap had people of so many different disabilities involved in various roles, but it was important to us as a cross-generational, multi-gender, multi-sexuality, multi-racial and non-partisan movement that we work to keep each other safe, as well as anybody who might decide to join us. Solidarity was core to our campaign for the LGBTQIA+ community, like supporting organisations BIPLUS Ireland and Wexford Pride, student unions like TCDSU and USI, feminists like Rosa, able people, workers, artists like the Project Art Centre. We aim to make sure our movement stayed welcoming and inclusive, and it allowed us to build a popular front against it. Nobody will ever get it perfect. We didn't. But we know the principle is one we must always strive for in each of our organisations. We must pay attention to how our struggles are connected to each other, like how ableism, taking bodily autonomy away from disabled people, was central to the transphobic CAS report in the UK, which is informing Irish policymakers now. We believe that as we build the disabled movement to defeat travesties like means testing, and if we are to make disability payments universal and inclusive, then we are going to have to elevate each other and refuse to waver on our co-strugglers' rights.
Yay!
We need feminists with us who know that means testing leads to and makes worse domestic abuse. We need workers with us who know that there needs to be a floor through which nobody can fall if they become unable to work, so that no worker needs to stay in their job beyond safe limits. We need racial justice advocates with us who know racism in medicine, social protection, and society in general can leave people of colour and minority ethnic peoples like Minkeri and Romani with unsupported impairments and trauma. We need LGBTQIA+ people with us who know that being disabled is much more likely for the queer community due to minority stress, the overlap of neurodivergences and impairments with queerness, as well as trauma. We need refugees with us who often need care for disabilities acquired or untreated while escaping their countries of origin or gained from direct provision, abuse and deprivation. We need everyone, and the only way that we can do that is by making sure that our comfort, freedom and safety never comes at the cost of someone else's. That we show up to each other's protests, that we do all we can to see each other's humanity. I'm proud of our disabled community, made up of so many other communities. I'm proud of every one of us. Thank you.
Hey!
End means testing. Neuro Pride Festival starts Thursday. Neuro Joy Day is September 28th in the complex and Free Palestine.
Woo-hoo!